So if you're moving to the Atlanta area and you're looking for an affordable home option close to this city where the average price point is just under $350,000, yeah, you heard me right. You can get some homes in this neighborhood, some very cute bungalows like right what's behind me for the average price point, $350,000. So stay tuned. I'm going to talk about the neighborhood of Sylvan Hills. I'm going to walk around, show you what it's all about, and we'll get after it right now. Hey guys, my name is Molly and welcome back to my channel where I talk about all things about living here in the Atlanta area. And hey, if you're thinking about making a move here, reach out to me, shoot me a text, give me a call, send me an email. Would love to help you out. But we're going to talk about Sylvan Hills today. This is a small southwest Atlanta neighborhood. It's got a lot of bungalows. That's basically what you're going to find in this neighborhood. It's more of kind of an up and coming neighborhood. It's pretty close to the Beltline. We'll talk all about that. But let me put up a map and so you can see where this neighborhood is located. You're going to see that it borders I-85, East Point, there's Fort McPherson, or basically Tyler Perry Studios, and then you've got Capitol View to the north. As far as drive times, getting to the airport is super quick at 10 minutes, getting to downtown is 14 minutes, and Midtown 16 minutes. Buckhead is a little longer at 25 minutes, but of course, add time on if there is traffic, and you know, traffic in Atlanta can get pretty gnarly. One of you reached out to me and asked if I could do a tour on this neighborhood, so that's exactly what I'm gonna do today. It's a beautiful, sunny spring day, so it's great to get outside and show you this neighborhood. Now, I will say that this neighborhood, it's gonna be kind of a mixed bag. You're gonna get some beautiful bungalows like this one that is right behind me, and then you're gonna get some homes that look like they need some work. And so it's really just kind of a mix, but I'm in kind of like the northwest section of this neighborhood, which I'd say is probably the better part of the neighborhood where you're going to have more put together homes. When you get a little further south, you're going to get more of these smaller bungalows, a little bit older looking, a little bit more worn, you could say. So let me just keep walking and I will show you a little bit more about this neighborhood. Now in Sylvan Hills, you can get that neighborhood vibe. In fact, Sylvan Hills has its own Sylvan Hills Neighborhood Association that you can join. They're always active in looking at ways to improve the community, but it's a very tight-knit community, diverse, and you know, residents really enjoy living here. It's a quiet neighborhood. Now, I would say there's probably not like a ton to do in this neighborhood, but you are very close to some hot spots like the Lee+White district over at the west end and the Beltline. That's just about 1.5 miles from kind of the northern end of the neighborhood. So I'm not going to go over there today, but watch one of my Capitol View vlog tours or a West View, or let's see, the West Side Beltline tour. I stop over at the Lee+White district so you can catch all the glimpses there, but there's, you know, some breweries. There's now a food hall over there, and it's along the Beltline, so you can pop on there and get some exercise if you want to. Now, if you're wondering, right behind me, this is a daycare that is in the neighborhood. It looks like a really nice building, so that's just one option that is here in the neighborhood. And you know, in talking about schools in general, the schools that are zoned to the Sylvan Hills neighborhood include the Perkerson Elementary School. That's at the southern end of this neighborhood. There is the Sylvan Hills Middle School and the Carver High School. Now, these schools aren't ranked, you know, great online, but definitely do your research and see if it will work for you. Okay, so I'm going to start walking down a couple of these streets to show you some home examples. Now, like I said, the average price point of a home here in the Sylvan Hills neighborhood is $345,000. So, you know, I would say if you have a budget in that 300 to mid 400K price point, you're going to find some options here in this neighborhood. On the higher end, you're going to spend about $450,000, $460,000. On the low end, maybe you might get something in the high 200s, but I would say closer to that 300K price range. Now, one thing to note about this neighborhood is these are old 1920s homes, and so they're not going to have a huge footprint. They're going to be smaller. On average, I'd say the square footage is about 1,400 square feet. So you're not going to get those huge suburban type homes. You know, we're in the city, so that's just one thing to keep in mind. And also, just like this one, you're not going to get a garage, you're going to get a driveway. Garages are very, very rare around here. So let me keep walking up some of these streets and show you a couple home examples. Okay, for my first home example, it's right behind me. This is a 3-2 bungalow, just over 1,400 square feet. It sold for $355,000. It's kind of that typical bungalow layout, kind of the open floor plan with the living room, the kitchen. Kitchen's been fully renovated. It's got an island. It's got the quartz countertops. Just a really cute home, and it has a nice deck and a flat backyard. And just remember that in this neighborhood, I'd say on average, you're going to find about 0.18 to 0.2 acres for your lot size. Now, I'm just laughing because I've got a group of kids right in front of me that are looking like they are having a water fight. So I'm going to steer clear of that. They've got buckets of water. And then right next door, someone's replacing their roof. So I'm going to stay away from this. Okay, I'm walking to my next home example, but I'm walking on Sylvan Road right now. Now, if you follow this road all the way up north, you're eventually going to basically hit the Atlanta Beltline in the Lee+White district. But something to keep in mind is that Sylvan Road is a major road, so cars go by here really fast. And if you are considering a home that is on Sylvan Road, just know it's on a main road. So if the price looks too good to be true, there's probably a catch, and that catch is it's on a busy road. So, all right, let me head around the corner. Okay, for my next home option, I just want to show you something on the higher price point for this neighborhood, and it's right behind me. It's this cute, adorable 3-2 bungalow, just over 1,500 square feet. This one sold for $450,000. Again, a very open bungalow floor plan with a beautiful wood fireplace and a kitchen island, shaker-style cabinetry in the kitchen, and a good-sized primary bedroom, and a nice flat backyard again. So there you go. Those are a couple of home examples here in the Sylvan Hills neighborhood. Now, one thing that is great about this neighborhood, I will say, like, there's not a lot going on in the neighborhood. It is just homes. So, you know, some people are like, well, man, I want something to do around here. Well, hey, the price point is really good, but you're going to have to walk a little ways or drive a little ways to get to something. One place that you could get to pretty easily is East Point and the downtown East Point area. It's just about 3 miles away, so stay tuned for that. I'm going to head over there later. And hey, if you're thinking about making a move to Atlanta, you need help with your future home search, reach out to me, shoot me a text, give me a call, send me an email. Let's sit down, have a conversation, and see where we can place you that fits your lifestyle and your budget. But one place that is very close to here for something to do is the Perkerson Park. It's a 50-acre park, and I'm kind of on the northern end of this neighborhood, and from like where I'm standing right now, it's just under a mile to that park. It's a beautiful park, so I'm gonna head there next. Okay, so I'm in Perkerson Park, and this is just a lovely park. Like I said, it is 50 acres. It's full of lush green grass, lots of trees. They have pavilions. They've got a basketball court, a splash pad, some playground equipment, and they have some really nice tennis courts. So if you're looking for some nice tennis courts, it's kind of a hidden gem. I don't think a lot of people know about it, but really nice tennis courts. And it has an 18-hole frisbee golf course. So if you're looking for something to do outdoors and have some fun, this is definitely a park you should check out. One thing I'd like to note about the Sylvan Hills neighborhood is that one of the early developers and builders in this neighborhood, he designed and built a lot of homes, the Tudor brick style homes, also in the Morningside area. He also built some in the Capitol View area. But I mean, take a look at this brick Tudor behind me. Definitely a similar resemblance of homes that I see in the Morningside area. So that's something just kind of interesting to note. But you know, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, because this neighborhood, I mean, walking around, you're going to get homes that are in good condition. People take really good care of it, and you get some that are needing a little bit of work and some that are in total disrepair and are just waiting for someone to come fix it up. But a fixer-upper, you're going to be paying in that mid $200K price range. So just, you know, keep that in mind if you're looking to invest in this neighborhood. There definitely are some fixer-uppers in this neighborhood. But I have been walking around, and people have been so friendly. They've been saying hi, hello. One girl was asking about my camera that I was using. So, you know, I think this is a very friendly neighborhood. A lot of people know each other. So it's a great neighborhood feel. All right, while there's not a lot of cafes and restaurants in Sylvan Hills, there is one local gym, and I'm about to head inside and get a little treat. It is Everything NOLA Cafe, so let's head inside, see what we can get. Okay, so I'm trying something called a snowballs. It's kind of like a snow cone, but it's very soft ice, and I got the flavor called dinosaur. Okay, it's a blend of strawberry and coconut, so let's give it a try. Ooh, that is really good, and it hits the spot because it is hot outside. And now I have a brain freeze. Oh, not good. Okay, I tell you what, guys, that snow cone thing really refreshed me. I'm a little cooler now. It's getting kind of hot out there. Okay, but I skipped over to kind of the southwest part of this neighborhood, and here you're going to see that the landscape has changed. You're going to get a lot more ranch and cottage style homes, and the homes aren't crammed as close together. You get a little bit more space out this way, and I will say, just like even in where all the cute historic bungalows are, you're going to get a blend of some homes that have taken care of well. You get some that aren't, some that need a little love and some work, and some yards are taken care of, some are not. It's just what this neighborhood is. But you know, one thing that this neighborhood lacks is really some good commercial space. You really have to go outside of this neighborhood to find that. In fact, grocery stores, you can find a Kroger either over in the West End area, or you can go a couple miles south of the neighborhood over, there's a neighborhood called Perkerson, so you could go over there for another Kroger. There's also a Walmart just south of this neighborhood over in the East Point area. Now, I will say, when you enter in the Sylvan Hills neighborhood on the edges, like on Metropolitan Parkway, you're going to drive by a lot of old retail commercial spots. They're not the best looking shops, I will say. They were probably cool back in the 80s or 90s, but then it kind of just not got taken care of very well. So, you know, once you get past that and you get more in the center of the neighborhood, it feels much more just kind of like a neighborhood. But, you know, speaking of things to do, you know, I mentioned you can go up north to the west end and hit the Lee+White district or the Beltline. That's very, very close by. But another spot you can go to is over in the downtown East Point area, and they have a small handful of some local restaurants that is fun to go to. So I'm going to do something a little different and head that way and show you that, because I don't think I've ever showcased that yet here on my YouTube channel. So let me head down. It's just over 3 miles to the downtown East Point area. So that's somewhere where you can go to get something local to eat. So getting down to the downtown East Point area was super easy, very quick. I think it took me maybe 5 minutes total. And it's right across the street from the MARTA train line. And I forgot to mention, in Sylvan Hills, there are 2 MARTA's train stops. One on the north end, that's at the Oakland City stop, and on the southern end, the Lakewood stop. So if you're looking for transportation, you can certainly get on the MARTA line in the Sylvan Hills neighborhood. But let me walk down this main street so you can see some of the restaurants that are here. Just something easy to go to if you are looking for a place to eat that is nearby the Sylvan Hills neighborhood. Okay, so if you keep on going down Main Street just a little further south, you're going to run into College Park with more restaurant options along the Main Street drag. Now, I wish I could show you all of it, but that's for another video. I'll have to do a video on College Park someday. But you guys, that is my tour of the Sylvan Hills neighborhood. Thanks for joining me. Now, if you are thinking about moving to the Atlanta area, reach out to me, shoot me a text, give me a call, send me an email. Whether you're thinking about tomorrow or next year, let's just schedule a chat and see how I can help you out. But you guys, thanks for joining me on this vlog tour of the Sylvan Hills neighborhood. Hopefully it was helpful for you. And hey, if you see me out in the wild, make sure you say hello. I love running into you guys. Okay guys, time for me to go home. So until next time, I'll see you around the neighborhood.